right. All right, here we go. We are live. Hello, hello. Okay, there we go. Let's see how many people tune in. I'm gonna give it a little bit. As always, this is Gaming Philosophy. I'm Meltman. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We have some people popping in. Again, this is the 1,500. Oh my God, thank you so much. I cannot believe it. We've actually gotten that many subscribers. Milestone video. So, we're gonna basically, I want to spend a good chunk of time asking any questions you guys got thrown at me. I've got Twitter up over here. I have Discord over here. I have a live chat there. And anywhere you throw the question at me, I'm going to try to respond to it. Okay, so I do have some questions that I asked for ahead of time in Discord. While everybody pops in, I'm going to go ahead and start off with those questions first. So, the first question comes from Sunny, a viewer of the channel. He asked, can I powerbomb you? These are the questions, folks. So, Sunny, I have two different answers to this question. Honestly, physically, I don't know. I am like 180, 190 pound guy. I don't know how physically strong you are. So physically, maybe. I don't know. Second answer, please don't. I have no urge to be powerbombed. No, thank you. I politely decline your request to powerbomb me. No. Okay. Moving on. Next person that asks some questions, and this is Sandre, also known as Ah. He asked 5 different questions. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll pick one out, and then I'm going to move on to someone else's question, and then we'll come back to it. So, first question he asked was, how's my day been? My day's been awesome. Thanks for asking. How's your day been going? I hope it's great too. All right. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull somebody from live chat now. Let's see here. Well, let me go and greet you guys. I mean, so many people have showed up so far. So, Spy the Gamer, hello. Hello to you too. Roman, absolutely hello. Transforming Dragonify, hello. Carlin says, it's me again. Yes, it is. It's me too. Locry Gaming, sup, bro? Not much. Doing this AMA thing. What's up with you? Let's see. Congrats from Transforming Dragonfly. Thank you, thank you. But again, congratulations to all you wonderful folks, because you guys did all the work. I just kind of show up and do my thing, and you guys actually want to watch it. So, thank you for coming. I mean, absolutely. By the way, I have had 1.5 Red Bulls today, and if I'm a little more animated than normally, I blame that. Plus, I haven't slept, so that was the only way this was going to happen. So, yeah. So, please be understanding if I'm a little spastic. Let's see here. Thank you, Spy, for the congrats. Raiden Nash. Hey, GP. How are you? Yes, I am fabulous. Thanks for asking, Raiden. I hope you're doing fabulous, too. Transforming Dragonfly says, oh, I like Twitter. Well, I'm glad you do. Social media links down in the doobly-doo. Help yourself. Readily sprinkled. Twitter, Facebook, you know, all the social media thingamajigs and all those things. Roman asks, how about personal things? You're welcome to ask. The answer you get may not be specific, though. I will give you an answer. I promise you that. But, you know, I might, you know, keep things vague in certain details for personal reasons, if it's a personal question. And I apologize. I'm noticing that my webcam does not handle it when I'm animated. It prefers when I'm a little chilled. Otherwise, motion blur happens. One day I'll be able to afford a better webcam. One that doesn't go ahead and make my fingers look a little blurry when I'm oh, and that light balance. Oof, that was rough too. Okay, let's move on. Carlin asks, do you use Xbox One for Terraria? No. PC. I'm purely a PC gamer. I do not have the asset resources or any sort of monies to set up a alternate streaming rig and a console to connect it to. So I do everything on my home computer. I have one very nice home computer that I invested a lot of money in when I could afford to, and it's what gets me by. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop back to a question in Discord. Sunny asks, what anime do you watch? All sorts. I'll give you the most recent anime that I watched the first 12 episodes of, and an anime that I'm looking forward to that's coming out soon. So I'm going to give you two different answers. I just finished watching episode, I binged it earlier today, literally just finished it. Interviews with Monster Girls, which I thought was very interesting. Episode 1 from 12 depicts a world where there are demi-humans, or demis as they prefer to be called, which are incredibly a rare mutation of the human condition. So they have a vampire, a doulahan, which is basically someone that their head is not directly connected to their body. They're still connected, but it's not attached. And a snow woman and a succubus. But it doesn't do it in an overly sexual way, in my opinion. It more highlights the challenges those kind of people would be facing if they existed in our real world, and tries to go ahead and give you kind of scientific justifications for how they are the way they are, and what kind of how challenging it would be for them to exist in our world this day and age, which I thought was interesting. As far as what I'm looking forward to, Overlord Season 2. Supposed to be coming out sometime this upcoming year. I absolutely devoured Overlord Season 1. Yes, I'm one of those guys that likes the whole trapped in a video game motif, but I think Overlord kind of took the whole you're trapped in a video game, and if you die in real world trope, and kind of turned it upside down. Because the main character for Overlord, he's not a hero per se. He's a guild leader of a monster guild who happens to be a undead arch lich caster of up-teen uber power. I mean, so one, he doesn't start out weak and pinsy like most you got trapped in the game animes. He is OP to the extreme. I mean, literally, he is like One Punch Man Saitama levels of powerful, only magically instead of physically. And that's how he gets around some of the magic, around physical challenges a bit, using his magic. So Season 2, and seeing how he's interacting with this new world that he's introduced to, with his NPC crew who are now animated so well that it's like they're alive instead of being programs, I think is amazing. But let's move on. Okay. Let's hop over to Twitter real quick. And no Twitter love. No Twitter love. Let's see here. Any other notifications? Ah, here we go. Okay. One from Spy. Let's see here. Okay, then. How did you discover YouTube, or what inspired you to start streaming daily? Ooh, that's a really good question, Spy. Thank you for that one in Twitter. I had heard the stories of Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, and well, I get that Mark's a goofball. What really struck a chord with me is how earnest Jacksepticeye is. I mean, everybody hears him, this loud Irish gentleman who is just over the top and, you know, just kind of, some people absolutely love him. Some people find him a little irritating. And I get that. I like him personally. And it's not his loudness. It's not that he's Irish, but his strong sense of community. And this is something else I enjoyed from Markiplier too. Sincerely wanting to play video games and have fun with everybody, but building a community and focusing that community towards charity events and something like that. Being able to build a group of people that want to help others, that want to contribute, make the world a better place. That's what really inspires me. And Jack had this dedication, and I think that's why I like him more than anybody else, of this 2 videos a day kind of schedule. He went ahead, and he's what really inspired me to do a daily stream. Because, you know, he works 12-hour days, like, every day. Go ahead and getting his recorded content set up. Go ahead and sending it over to get edited, or editing it himself before he had an editor. That motivates me. If that guy can go ahead and put in a 12-hour workday every day, then there should be no excuse for me not to be able to pull off a 5 to 8 hour stream every day. I mean, I'm not putting in as much work as he is, because I do not have his energy level. My God. I honestly think that if the Energizer Bunny and Jacksepticeye got into an endurance challenge, the world would implode before anyone won. Am I wrong? Who would win in an energy contest? The Energizer Bunny? Jacksepticeye. Energizer Bunny? Jacksepticeye. I don't know. Because I've never seen the Energizer Bunny slow down. And I've never really seen Jack slow down either. So, there we go. Moving on to the next question. Okay. Going back to Sandre. Ooh, chat moved a lot. Okay. I will go ahead and get to chat in a minute. But Sandre asked in Discord, what is your favorite sweet? Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so I'm partial to a lot of different sweets, but if I have to name a favorite, semi-sweet dark chocolate. Not overly sweet. It has a little bit of bite to it. And I find that if you have it just a little warm to the point where it's almost melting, it tastes has this creamy flavor. But if you want to make it like crisp and add even a little bit more to the bite profile of it, go ahead and put it in the fridge for a little while. And then just snap off a piece. So it gives you that almost satisfying crunch and magnifies the bite of it. So that's what I'm going to say. Now let's go ahead and pop back into live chat. And I'm sorry, I will catch up the questions. You guys are putting those questions in there faster than I can get to them. Lockery Gaming asked, Elder Scrolls or Fallout series? I like Skyrim. I'm not going to lie about that. But my love for those two is going to be Fallout. I'm so much of a sci-fi steampunkish nerd that yeah, Fallout's gonna win over Skyrim. If I had a choice between someone being a barbarian Viking or a guy rocking a full suit of power armor, I kind of want the power armor. Just saying. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and scroll into the live chat. I feel like there's so many live chat questions. I want to get to them all. David Perez, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, God, you guys. Okay. King Clutch, hi, welcome. Captain Comedy, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm watching my Twitter. If you guys have more questions and you want, shoot them into Twitter. I'm more than happy to check there as well if you don't think you can get in on Discord or in live chat. Tiana, I'm sorry the stream's too early for me. I mean, for you. I know. Forgive me, please. I will be doing my normal stream at the normal time. I know. I said that I was thinking about that, but I changed my mind, and I did the announcement, and then I remembered I said that, and please forgive me. Okay? It was more than a couple hours. You're absolutely right to call me on that. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop back to another Discord question. This one, again, is from Sandre. What is the thing that surprised you the most when you started streaming? Yes, I'm going to be doing 2 streams one day. I'll get to that question in a little bit. Okay, so... And I need to phrase the answer to Sandra's question a little bit and kind of give you a backstory. I growing up, I felt pretty much like a social outcast. I was very sickly when I was young, so that led to me being very scrawny, very pale, very meek looking. So a lot of times there would be a bigger guy that knew that I would easily be an easy target, so I got picked on a lot. There were a few times in my life where I would have to worry about getting ganged up on by several bullies, whether that be in the bus or walking home from school. It was just the nature of my life. And when I finally got healthier and got a little bit more physically capable to defend myself, that always had an impact on me. I've been, by nature, a very shy guy. I didn't get out much, and this is probably why I didn't really blow up on the dating scene or anything like that. But, you know, when I thought about doing YouTube, my biggest fear is like, nobody's going to want to watch me. No, nobody's going to want to watch my videos. I'm an average guy. I mean, I got nothing really going for me. But hey, you know, it looks fun. And I could definitely dedicate myself to it because it'd be fun. But what surprised me the most is how much people enjoy my content and keep coming back. And, so yeah. Yeah, thank you. That's what surprised me most. How much people are actually enjoying it. So please, keep coming, guys. You guys mean the world to me. Okay. Before I start tearing up, let's go ahead and check another question. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and refresh the twits. See if we have another one rolling in. Okay. Okay. Volume ZZ asks, will you ever return to Ark or what? You know, honestly, I think I would love to return to Ark. I think that that's something that I definitely need to get back to. It's something that I haven't done in a long time. And the viewers that joined me when I started doing Ark, and then I started having computer problems that I had stopped doing it, I think it's something that I want to go ahead and pick back up. But I don't know what nature of Ark gameplay I would do. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and server bomb or do solo play. I don't think I'm going to announce, though, ahead on Ark, because I started realizing that viewers would join me on a server, and it would be a public server, so all sorts of people could be on it. And then I would go ahead and have to defend myself, not knowing that it was a fan, and then I would end up accidentally killing a fan because I didn't know who they were. Because there's no way for someone to say, have a sign up of there saying, "Hey, GP, don't kill me. I want to be a friend, not a foe." So I either have to go ahead and approach everyone like they have hostile intentions, or that I'm absolutely peaceful. And I would love to play a peaceful game of Ark with my fans. Even when I have a friend that's putting up a private Ark server, I would have some fans that would end up fighting with each other, and I would constantly get stuck in the middle. So if I go back to Ark, it is either going to be solo gameplay with me just playing by myself, or it is going to be me hopping into a public server at random with not really telling people what server I'm on. If I run into you on a server somewhere, that's awesome. If you have servers you'd like to see me pop in on, I would love to hear of them. No promises, and there'll be no kind of announcement as to when I'm going to be popping onto that particular server. But that's how I'm going to answer your Ark question. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Next question here. Let's see here. Could you tell us the story about that one time when you did that one thing with that one friend? Sandre, that is a very interesting question. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and answer that one. Since the question is vague, I'm going to interpret what you mean. So, I will tell you a story of a time that I did a favor for Emmy, who you've probably, if you've been watching my channel, you know who Emmy is. She's a good friend. This is the first time I met Emmy in person. That's what the story is going to pertain to. Emmy and I have a group of friends that we normally hang out with online sometimes. I haven't hanged out with them much because I've been doing the YouTube thing, so my personal time is very small these days because most of my personal time ends up going towards you guys. But back then, Emmy had this cheap little laptop, and it could barely run games like Ultimate Chicken Horse, or, you know, even the simplest things. If we ended up playing a game with her online, it was like Cards Against Humanity, or something very simple with very little demands, because that's all her little laptop could really handle. So I went ahead and reached out to the friends that were the most important to her, that was in that core group, and I said, hey, it's about Christmas time, so this was definitely last year. I want to go and do something special for Em. I know how much everybody really has a hard time playing games with her because her system is so bad. How would everybody like to go ahead and donate a little money? I'll go ahead and order the parts and build it myself and see that it gets to her. So only a few people stepped forward, and I don't want to name names because I wanted this to be a gift from everyone, but not anyone specific. So, and I mean, I threw my own personal money into it too, but it was a group gift. It wasn't meant to be from me or anyone other than her group of friends. So I put the computer together, and Emmy lives like on the other side of the state I live in, several hours away. So I ended up having to go ahead and get on a train, which I was terribly worried that the train was going to damage the computer. But I got to her place, and in the middle of the night is when I arrived. I checked into my hotel and everything. So here I am, just got dropped off in the car. She knows I'm coming. She told her parents, but they kind of forgot. So here is this strange dude knocking on their door in the evening with a suitcase. And her mom thought that I was going to stay there for the night. And she knew nothing about me. And I found out later, before I had opened the suitcase up and pulled the computer out of it, that her mom was like, oh my gosh. Her mom was apparently thinking, what am I going to pull out of that suitcase? Does it have like my toiletries and my clothing and everything? Or is there a dead body in there or what? Because she didn't know me and she was nervous. I mean, come on. This is the first time Emmy had an internet friend show up. So I was kind of the baseline to her mom meeting all of Emmy's other internet friends. And I was trying to go ahead and set a good example of what a good person from the internet can be. So I opened the suitcase up, pulled the computer out, and not too long ago, Emmy told me that she cannot touch her laptop anymore. The computer that was built for her from her group of friends is so good that she has a hard time even doing even basic things on her laptop anymore because it's just too drastic of a comparison. So now I have to deal with the guilt that the computer is so good that I've kind of spoiled her against cheap laptops. But I'm glad that she's still loving the gift. And it was a really amazing experience. And that's something that I wish I could do more often. But that was from a time where I was working a different job that paid well. Like I could look at maybe $20,000 a year easily. And now I'm down to making next to nothing a year. But that's the goal. I mean, you got to start somewhere. I'm starting at nothing right now, and I'm building up the channel, and I'm hanging out with you guys, and I'm doing this because it just feels right. And eventually, maybe I'll get back to making larger amounts, but I won't be working for someone else. I'll be working for myself, and I'll be doing something that I can enjoy and be thoroughly passionate about. So I think that's the best way I can answer that question about could I tell a story? And that's how Em got a really nice gaming computer that actually can run games instead of like browser almost games. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop back in here. Captain Comedy, is Patreon and Discord inappropriate? I don't know how to answer that. I feel that I try to keep the Discord and Patreon appropriate for everyone. But if there is any time that you catch something that I've missed, where someone said anything that is inappropriate in any fashion, shape, or form, let me know. Definitely shoot me a message. Say, hey, you know, this person's saying something that's really offensive. And then I will go ahead, if I missed it, I will go to that, I will take a look at it, and I will take care of it. If it is someone that has done it multiple times before, say on Discord, they're likely to get kicked. if I've had to kick them before for similar antics, they're likely to get banned. Because I want everyone to kind of feel welcomed. I mean, that's part of the community I'm trying to build. But thank you for that question, Captain Comedy. Okay. Let's go ahead and scroll down the live chat here a little bit more. Ooh, we got a new Twitter notification. Ooh, someone just followed me on Twitter. Thank you, thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm going to ask right now, Captain Comedy and Roman, please, guys, just chill. Let it go. Be like that chick from Frozen. Pull an Elsa and just let it go. Let it go. And now that song is stuck in everybody's head, I'm sorry. It is addictive, I know. But please, please, behave yourself, gents. Otherwise, I will have to put you both in timeouts. Oh, God. Okay. Why did you leave that job? A couple of things that were going on. Again, you know, I have some physical health issues. I also have some mental and emotional health issues that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And I felt bad working that job because I like helping. I like contributing. I like being a part of a strong group. And I ended up pushing myself too hard in a number of times because a lot of it was a sales job in a nutshell. And what I've got most of my experience in is customer service and sales, learning what people want, doing everything I can to go ahead and make sure they get it in a way that makes them feel good. I mean, it could be something as simple as go ahead and listening to someone that's had a bad day. They're go ahead and doing some therapy shopping. They want to let the stress of their day wash away, and they're going to spend a little money to do that. At which point, I was like, you know, that makes perfect sense to me. Sometimes people do that just to go ahead and lighten their spirits a little bit. And then I learned, well, what are they shopping for? What are they looking for? What's important to them? And then, you know, I help try to go ahead and do the best I can to help them get what they're looking for. And at the end of the day, if they're a little happier for it, I'm a little happier for it. Because it's always nice to be able to put a smile on someone's face. But the biggest factor is, as amazing as that job was, it was a really long commute. It was literally the bulk of my paycheck was getting eaten up in traveling expenses. And I haven't personally drove anywhere in a very long time, surely because in my past I had a lot of epilepsy problems. And if you know anybody that has seizures, driving in seizures is not always a smart thing. Because if someone were to have a seizure behind the wheel, like my seizures, which were grand mal seizures, I don't remember anything that happens. My muscles stiffen up and start spasming. So when you have a leg on a gas pedal, having that stiffen up and start spasming is a recipe to not only harm myself, but to harm other people on the road. So I stopped driving. So that means that I was having to rely heavily on things like Uber or Lyft to go ahead and drive a good distance on the highway anytime I was trying to go to work or back. And it ate up a bulk of my paycheck. as much as I loved working there, and it was giving me enough revenue to still send some money to my kids, it really wasn't the most beneficial. And I didn't foresee them ever giving me any more money than they already were to make up the difference. They were already paying me a really nice wage. So I kind of felt wrong asking for more, even though I really enjoyed working there. And there were a lot of great, nice people. And while I've been away from there, I've found that a lot of those great people that I enjoyed working with have moved on to other things. So that's the way of it. And so it had nothing to do with the management or the type of job it was. It was, again, a great job. I liked the people that I worked with. In a way, I kind of miss it. But it didn't 100% fit me in what I wanted to do in my life. And it wasn't able to provide me enough finances to justify the commute, which kind of sucks. So there is that. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and answer a question from Twitter. This is from Delaney Derisacoil. I'm sorry. I'm probably not going to get your last name. Forgive me, please. And the question is, who is your favorite Transformer and why? Ooh. Okay. Now keep in mind, I have not watched Transformers a very long time. But I recall that there was this larger Transformer. It was like a constructor or something, where it was actually several smaller Transformers that on their own, they were kind of individually, they weren't very strong. I mean, you know, one of them couldn't compare to like Optimus Prime or Bumblebee or any of the main Transformers, because they were so diminutive. But there was several of them, and they each had a different role they could fill. Like one was, you know, like a bulldozer, one was a kind of crane hook thing, but they were all different construction Transformers. But when they fused together, they became so powerful. And that's kind of a message that's always stuck with me. That individually, each person may have a weakness or a flaw that makes them so they're not Superman. I mean, we're all flawed. No one's perfect. But when you get a group of people together that can truly contribute and work together as a completed unit, work together as a team in a cohesive fashion, they could achieve amazing and great things. A saying I've used before, and I used this in a letter that I did during my college days. The statement I put out there was, it takes many hands to build a brighter future. It's no one person that makes things better for everyone. It's many people that come together to make things great for everybody. So to put that in real world perspective, our current president, Donald Trump, can say he wants to make America great again. But by himself, he is just one man. There is no way that he, by himself, can make America great. That's on everybody. If we want to go ahead and make the world a better place, not just America. I'm not going to be nationalistic. I want to see the world be a great place. Period. I'd like to see, people get treatments for treatable diseases that can't because they're in impoverished areas. I'd like to go ahead and see world hunger just disappear. I'd like to see homeless problems just go away. I want everybody to have a fair shake, to start at an even playing field, to go ahead and have a chance at a good life. But myself, me as an individual, can't do that. But if we could get together as a community of positive people that want to make a difference, that want to work together to strive towards a better future, there's no end to what we can achieve. No one person can do it alone. And so that is kind of something from my early childhood. I wish I remember the name of that transformer. But I think that kind of stuck with me and is kind of a message that I got from that. And that was the great thing about those early kids shows. There was always like an educational message that was built into the story and a reason why things were the way they were. Which I don't, although they weren't exactly the most entertaining comparison to something like Rick and Morty, it was a message that stuck with me. And I think that it's definitely guided how I look at things going forward. So let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Let's go ahead and head back over to live chat, see what we got going on. Okay. Captain Comedy, I just saw your comment. I'm going to put you in timeout. I will never accept someone telling someone else to go kill themselves. I'm sorry, but all your message from that point on are going to be deleted and you're going to be in a timeout. And Roman, how you're handling that situation, you also get a timeout. Your comments are just as bad, if not worse. Both of you need to take a moment, take a deep breath, step away from the computer if you have to, come back in a little bit, and let it go. I'm serious, guys. Please. Hey, Morgan Plays, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Again, I cannot be solely responsible. You guys are the one that hit that subscribe button. Click those notification bells. I did not sit here and click my mouse 1,500 times for this to happen. That's all you guys. Let's see. Yes, I plan to go ahead and pull some people after I go ahead and get some Twitter comments and live stream comments out of the way and what I've got already in Discord. I will be going ahead and taking people on for a single question in voice chat when I get to that point, but I'm not there yet. I want to kind of go ahead and get through what we got going on. Okay. Let's see. Hold That says, hey, just stopping by. Congrats on the 1,500K, 1.5K subs. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Am I going to stream later? Yes, Morgan. I plan to go ahead and stream a little later. My normal scheduled hours. This is just an additional video on top of that. Okay. I'm going to hop back into Discord. Let's see here. Sandra asks, let's see. Is it better to be trustworthy or kind? Now that is a really good question. Is it better to be trustworthy or kind? I'm going to have to think about that one. Okay. I'm going to preface this way. Someone can be too kind, but I don't think someone can be too trustworthy. Let me explain that. Someone that's too kind will lie to someone despite a situation. And that could lead to problems down the road. I mean, you can be too kind and not tell someone no when you really should be telling them no. I'm not going to go ahead and put too many situations on this because it's depending. There's so much nuance in life. There is a place for a balance between kindness and honesty, but trustworthiness is beyond honesty. Someone that is trustworthy, I can ask them, they say they'll do something and then they do it. And that means that they're reliable. I can rely on them to follow through. Now, someone can be a complete nutter ass and be extremely trustworthy. That means I can trust them to be an ass. Which means I can work around that. But if someone is too kind, that means that they may not give me the honest truth about how they feel. Like, you know, say that there's a chocolate cake and there's only one slice left, and they really, really want that last slice of chocolate cake because they didn't get any. And I've had 2 slices already. And I asked, hey, are you going to eat that? And they say, oh, no, you can have it. Here I am. I'm eating that 3rd slice of chocolate cake. And inside, they're feeling down about it because they really wanted that slice of chocolate cake. But they said I could have it because they were too kind. So I think that you have to go ahead. I think trustworthiness is going to go ahead and rate a little higher above kindness. But at the same time, I feel ultimately there needs to be a balance. It's okay to go ahead and tell a fib every once in a while, but as long as it doesn't go ahead and lead to hurt feelings down the road, in my opinion. Wolfman says, I would just eat the whole cake. Okay. Standoff. Hi, welcome. Your typical gamer's #1 fan? So you change. You're still using the same profile icon, I can tell. Oh, come on. Platinum Triangle. Pfft. I don't know if that ever's going to happen. Nice thought, though, transforming. Let's go ahead and... pop back into Discord. Let's see here. I have Tiana has asked a question. How many gray shirts do you have? 2 or 3. They're all Under Armour because it just feels so comfortable. I mean, they're light, they breathe, and they fit right. I mean, a lot of t-shirts I go ahead and buy, they are so baggy on me, and they just kind of waft around. So I prefer Under Armour. So not in any way sponsored. But yeah, I have 2 or 3. I actually, one of them kind of bit the dust recently, so I need to go ahead and buy more. But yeah. They're all the exact same shirt, though. So that's why. But it's just because I am not, like, big on fashion. I just wear what feels good. Sorry if that spoils anything. Okay. How many monitors do I have? 2. I got the one here, and I got the one here. People have said that I need like 3, and I'm like... At the point where you have like a third and fourth monitor, it's so much retail space that you're spending more time looking around. I have enough time just managing two. So yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Why don't I stream on Twitch and get more money out of that? I kind of have an idea when it comes to Twitch. There are a lot of gamers on Twitch. A lot. So it's kind of like, picture YouTube as a fishbowl and picture Twitch as a fishbowl. Now, picture both those fishbowls are the same size. Now, I want you to picture every gamer that you know on Twitch in the Twitch fishbowl. Now, I want to picture every gamer you know on YouTube in the YouTube fishbowl. Now, out of those two platforms, out of those two fishbowls, which fishbowl is more crowded? Now, I'm using this because there are tons of gamers on Twitch. It is a packed fishbowl. So that means that there's a lot of competition for people getting your attention, getting your views, that sort of thing. There might be a chance at more revenue, but you have to fight so hard for it. Now, on the other hand, the reason why there are so few people in the YouTube fishbowl right now is because monetization is atrociously hard to deal with right now. The YouTube apocalypse 3.0, whatever you want to go in. I don't want to go into detail on this about that. A lot of YouTubers have kind of left YouTube and gone to Twitch, making that fishbowl even more crowded than normal. And there are a lot that do both. So I'm literally trying to invest entirely in YouTube. I want to wait out the adpocalypse. I want to put faith in YouTube that they're going to go and get things straightened out. But I am worried. Don't get me wrong. I am worried because YouTube seems to be going more mainstream more and more. When what made the channel great, what made the platform great, is it was rough, uncut kind of content from real people, not corporations that paid people to promote an agenda. That's what made YouTube YouTube. And more we're seeing, like, you know, major musicians, TV show hosts, mainstream TV taking over YouTube. I mean, even the YouTube Rewind was started off by a TV show host. So that worries me. But I'm going to keep on trying. I know I'm taking all my poker chips, and instead of splitting them between Twitch and YouTube, I've kind of put them all into the YouTube, and I'm hoping my gamble pays out. Cross my fingers. We'll see. Okay. Let's go ahead and okay. Let's go ahead and get into live chat. I'm looking for new questions on different platforms. You know what? There we go. Okay, this is a question I really want to answer, again from Spy the Gamer in Twitter. Also, what would you choose? Don't Starve Together, Sunset Overdrive, or Fortnite? I'm going to go ahead and say this. I would choose Sunset Overdrive if they actually made a good PC port. As far as I know, Sunset Overdrive has not made it to PC yet. But I would love to try that game out on PC because it looks like it would be an amazingly fun game. But as I'm only a PC gamer, till they actually get a decent port, I'm probably not going to have... I'm going to have to say no to that. So, regarding the other two options, Don't Starve Together and Fortnite. I haven't done much Fortnite coverage. I've been doing a lot of Don't Starve Together. And I'm worried that I'm actually starting to feel a little burnout when it comes to Don't Starve Together. So I'm thinking about... That's why I'm going to doing it every other week instead of weekly now. So it's because I don't want to go ahead and... If I'm feeling the burnout, then I'm thinking you guys are probably feeling it too. And I don't want to do that to you guys. So I'm going to have to say, if it's a choice between Don't Starve Together and Fortnite, I'm probably going to pick Fortnite because it's new, it's fresh, and they're doing some amazing things. I was playing Fortnite when I wasn't streaming just for kicks and giggles, and they instituted this new item called the Boogie Grenade. It literally makes people dance. And quite literally, I had come up on a duo in a 50 versus 50 match. I dropped a boogie grenade on them, pulled out a shotgun, finished them both off while they were dancing. They burned doing the Disco Inferno. But that being said, and that's why I was thinking about doing some Fortnite towards the end of the stream. Just to go in and kind of break it up after the AMA. Okay. Headphones coming off. Oh, they're itching my ear. I really need to go ahead and get the pads replaced on these things. They've gotten kind of flattened out, if you can tell. And that makes it so the inner ear kind of itches. So let's take those off for a little bit. Oh, okay. I'm not really listening to anything anyways. Okay, let's go ahead and pop into another message here on Discord. What are the names of your kids? There is Evangeline Janelle White and Nathaniel Curtis White. Evie and Nat for short. Yeah, those are my kids. They live with my ex-wife. She's an awesome lady. We have a good friendship going now. We make better friends than we did when we were lovers, so it's probably going to stay that way. Okay. And no, it wasn't a creepy question. I'm okay with you guys getting to know me. Why else would I be doing this? Let's see here. Roman asks, you should try Horizon Zero Dawn. I would love to. Unfortunately, I don't think Horizon Zero Dawn is coming to PC, which sucks. It's an amazing looking game. I want to play it, but if we get a PC port, it's probably going to be a couple years after it's been out. It's the way it works. Let's go ahead and hop back over to the twits. Okay. Delaney. Question. Can you guess who I am in the live stream chat? I dare you to try. Ooh. Delaney, could you possibly be Transforming Dragonfly? If yes, I'll wait for you to say so in the live chat. We'll see together. Am I right? Am I wrong? Captain Comedy asks, are you planning on moving? No, not currently, but that doesn't mean it's not out of the question. If there was something that, say, changed my situation in a drastic way where I could go ahead and afford more space for maybe a better setup, then I might consider it. But at this point, I foresee no move coming up in the future. No reason to. I don't want to jump the gun and like move to California so I can be where all the YouTube peoples are. Because I've seen how some YouTubers have gotten there and it really hasn't paid out for them. Has been an exorbitant expense that hasn't paid off. And plus, I'm like right next to Seattle, which is a big hub. So what I hope to do is when they have PAX West, also known as PAX Prime, going on, that's something where that's a convention that's like in my backyard that I would like to go ahead and attend on like the regular basis. Because that would be awesome to go ahead and meet fans at PAX. That would be just... Okay. So no plan on moving. Spy the Gamer says, okay, GP. What is your name in Fortnite? So I can friend you. The same as the channel, Gaming Philosophy. Feel free. Love making friends. Got so many of them these days. Okay. Let's see here. GP, keep grinding and you will get 2K subs. Also, you are in my 10 favorite YouTubers I watch. Thank you, Morgan. That means a lot to me, bud. Darth Nihilist, welcome to the stream. The hair is amazing. Yeah, it's getting a little long in the back, though. I mean, I think I need to go ahead and get a haircut here soon. Yeah. I'm really not in the budget for a haircut, though, unfortunately. That sucks, but I'm going to need to find a way to go ahead and do it soon. But thank you, just the same. Let's go ahead and scroll down here. GP, I know why your vids get demonetized. There's a poster in it that says, run like hell. Really? That little old tsunami warning thing I picked up on one of my camping vacations? That sucks. Not taking it down. Guess I'll just have to go ahead and get monetized somewhere else. Okay. See, moving on. And if I don't get to all the questions, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through all of them, but there's a lot. So please bear with me, folks, if I don't get to it right away. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and just refresh here. Okay, nothing new on the twits yet. Okay. Okay. The delay here is like 1 minute. Actually, no. I have, because I don't want to go ahead and have the messages scroll too fast, I've actually paused the chat at certain points so I can read it easier. So it's not the stream being delayed that you're really getting. It's more of me pausing things because I'm checking multiple sources to try to pull questions from. So it's kind of an artificial delay. So sorry about that, Darth. I'll try to be faster, I promise. Okay. How do you like to spend your breaks or / days off? I really don't take days off. But when I'm not streaming, I do a little gaming on my own because then, I can just kind of hang out and do things. And sometimes that allows me to focus more on the game, because I'm not really 100% good at dividing my attention. And sometimes when I focus in on a game, and you'll see this in some of my streams, I'll lose track and forget to check chat. Or when I focus on chat too much, so I'll do something stupid in the game. It's a skill I'm still developing. But when I just don't want to have to worry about the multitasking and just sit back and relax and just distress, then I'll sit down and I'll just play a silly video game. So, let's see here. But thank you again, Tiana, for that wonderful question. But I do go ahead and, you know what? I do kind of take a yearly vacation. This is where usually I go out with family on a camping trip about once a year or so, or every other year, depending on how hard it is to get everybody together. Usually I go ahead and buy a couple paperback novels, usually mystery, romance, thriller kind of stuff. The Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton. Fabulous novels. A little racy for the younger audience, but yeah, something that's definitely in my ballpark. But yeah, that's what I go ahead and do when I'm unwinding away from the PC. Reconnect with nature. Unplug. Let my body reset for a couple days. GP, just stream on Twitch and YouTube. Unfortunately, then I'd have to worry about streaming twice as much, which means twice as much strain on my system, which means half the quality. So I don't want to push my system to that extreme because it'll wear out components faster. And I don't want to risk degrading quality because I'm going to be streaming two sources. Yes, at the same time. Meaning, okay, when someone streams, they're sending data out from their computer to a source. Now, my connection speed is always, let's say my connection speed is 5. So when I'm streaming, I can put all of that to YouTube. So the quality that I'm able to put out is always 5. But if I'm having to go ahead and stream to YouTube and to Twitch, I still have a 5 output, but now I'm connecting with those two services at a rate of 2.5. So that means they're getting the information half as fast, which means buffer times, higher latency. It's just, it affects it adversely. I don't want to go ahead and do that. And that's why I don't do both. Transforming Dragonfly. How did you guess correctly? Why did you guess correctly? No, how did you guess correctly? Transforming. I remember at the very start of the stream, you said, "Ooh, I like Twitter," and then all of a sudden, I got a friend request from a new person that wanted to follow me on Twitter, and then a question. So, yeah, that kind of led me to figuring it out, which I think Tiana also picked up on. Dagger Freak says, "You're up early." I haven't been asleep. That is why I'm on my second purple sugar-free Red Bull. Secret. Caffeine. Which I have to watch my caffeine intake. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and pop in to Discord again. What game genres are you really into? Okay, this is... Being that I do enjoy Minecraft, Don't Starve, Fallout. I'm going to say that I love open world kind of games, but ones that I can kind of create and build in. That I can go ahead and step away and step back and say, you know, this place was kind of devastating when I got here, but I was able to build and create something that was truly awesome, that impacted and put my own personal spin on this game. That act of creation, that expression of myself in the game is something I just dig. So kind of crafty building kind of games, open world sandbox kind of things. But keep in mind, I also do love a little bit of this survival elements too. So that's why I have a lot of like zombie apocalypse kind of games that I haven't really streamed much of. So that's something that I would love to bring to the channel in the future. Hack, welcome. Yes, thank you. Again, you can give me the congrats, but thank you to all you guys, because you guys are the ones that subscribed to me. I didn't do anything. And there's a question. What time is it for me right now? It is currently 1:03 where I am. Pacific Standard Time. Yep, Tiana nailed it. She knows exactly where I am. Whoa. But yeah. Yeah, it's 1:03 p.m. for me. So I'm there's about a 3-hour time difference there from you, Wolfman. Spy the Gamer, what would you say if I got you a Vive GP? My God, you spent that much money on me? I mean, thank you, but you didn't have to? I would totally be streaming VR games if you did, because my rig is set up well enough that it can handle VR. The only thing that's keeping me from doing VR content is, well, not having a Vive or an Oculus or a really good VR headset that works with PC. So that's what I would say, Spy. I would be like, holy crap, thank you. You didn't have to, but still thanks, because that's like, I know how expensive Vives are. Okay? I would be a little dumbfounded, to put it simply. Okay. Okay. Okay, got a question from Dagger Freak. Can you please dab just once for your fans? Dagger, I'm going to say this. This is the nicest way that I can put it. I believe that a man is defined by his principles. I have certain viewpoints, and a long time ago I put my foot down about dabbing. It is not me. There are many people out there that dab. I don't see myself as a dabber. You can think that I'm a stick in the mud, or I'm just trying to subvert the internet culture, but dabbing, I'm going to let that for the more meme-ish, viney kind of YouTubers out there. And I'm sure you know who I'm referencing. Those that dab so hard that they can be seen from miles away, no matter how blinding the sun in their background. Even if it was a Michael Bay production, their dab would be so astounding that you would not be able to see the explosions behind them. But that's not me. And I feel that creating my individuality means that I don't fall into such tropes as overly dabbish. So I'm going to decline the request to dab. So I apologize if that disappoints everyone, but it's not going to happen. I think you honestly asked because you want to hear the new way I'm going to say no. You guys can go ahead and make the meme of the refusal to dab. Have you ever thought about that? Let's subvert the trope. Oh, not sponsored by Red Bull by any means, even though that is tasty as hell. Please, Red Bull, if you want to sponsor my channel, I'd like that. Okay. Do something else. What? Instead of dabbing, make up a new meme. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. YouTubers don't make memes. YouTubers have memes made of them. In other words, if I do something in a video that you feel is meme-worthy, it's up to you guys to put that out there. I don't make the memes. No YouTuber makes the memes. It's you guys finding something that you really enjoy. Like Oxhorn's Fallout 4 content. He had a moment where X688, which is the Corsair from the Institute, said this looks like a perfect spot for Mirelurk Den in his stream. And I think that's the birthplace of that meme. Oxhorn didn't say, hey, let's make this a meme, everybody. He just thought the phrase was funny, and the meme just picked up from there. So, yeah. Okay. It's okay, Spy. Don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and pop back into Discord. I'm going to pause live chat for a moment. I'm going to try to go and get back into Discord. Sandra asks, what is your favorite tank? There's this kind of new futuristic light tank that Poland just put out. That they kind of have it modeled as kind of like a stealth tank. And I tell you, the thing, I don't remember its actual designation, but the thing looks like it is like a cross between a tank and the Batmobile. Thing looks wicked. It's not a heavy tank by any means, but the idea of a stealth tank, one that can completely hide its infrared signature, I think is kind of scary. Can you imagine having like a battalion of stealth tanks just kind of roll into enemy territory and catch everybody off guard? Now that's some terrifying stuff, and that's why I kind of like it. It scares me in the right way that a tank should scare me. Okay. Dad Boy hopping in Discord with the, but hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Yeah, I do respect Matt Pat. He is an amazing guy. And all of the crew that he's built around the Game Theory channel. He is kind of like who I want to be 5-10 years down the road. In the fact that I'm developing gaming philosophy. And I want to eventually get a wide range of different people that I can hire on that can go and make this channel grow and become greater. But I don't plan to ever disappear from the channel. put that out there now. I will still be doing my daily streams, but I want to go ahead and get a skilled editor that can put out highlight reels of the streams, because 5 to 8 hours a day is a lot to digest. If I put out a stream like once a week that had like the best moments from last week in like an hour stream, an hour video, I think you guys would probably love the heck out of that. If I had other streamers that were a part of the channel that when I'm not streaming, they're streaming. So Gaming Philosophy is a, 12 or 24 hour a day stream where it doesn't matter when you have the free time, you can tune in and catch what's happening right then on Gaming Philosophy. Or if there's a particular show that you liked on Gaming Philosophy, it's already in the archive and you can go ahead and look that up. And so there's a particular person you want, you can just see what they did last. So that's kind of where I want it to be. So in a way, I want to go ahead and have Gaming Philosophy get as big as Game Theory. But I want it to also, in a way, take the old school format of a TV channel that's always running content, but you can DVR the content you want to watch. That's how I look at it. I want eventually Gaming Philosophy to be a continuous live stream, but with new and fresh content happening all around the clock. But if you have your favorite show, you can just go to a playlist and go ahead and say, oh yeah, I want to go ahead and see what Meltman was doing on when he was playing this particular game, because I know he was going to do that. Hit that playlist and you can go ahead and watch the live stream that you may have missed. Or you want to see, say, someone else that I go ahead and bring in. Like if I were to say, go ahead and eventually get Dagger as part of Gaming Philosophy, or Emmy as part of Gaming Philosophy, or someone else as Gaming Philosophy. I want this to be like an actual channel that you can always get that fresh content from. But thank you for the comment there. Let's go ahead and pop. I don't see anything new in Twitter just yet, so let's go ahead and pop back to live chat. Okay. A kid from the Norwegian royal family dabbed on national TV. Wow. Kid's got guts. Zactor99, welcome to the stream. In a sarcastic tone, what would you say if I donate 18,312,588,693 to your donation account? End sarcasm. What nation did you just rob? And do I get to keep that money? Because I could think of a lot of good things I could do with that money. Yes, I would establish a kind of actual channel base for my channel. Like I could go ahead and growing the channel exponentially faster, and maybe go ahead and sell a few ad spots to other channels to get the name of the channel out there. Maybe hire an actual staff. A lot of that money would also go ahead and get invested in probably Bitcoin, Ethereum, a couple cryptocurrencies. I'd probably invest some of it into savings and stocks. A large chunk of that, though, would go to people in need. A lot of it would go to charity, because I don't need that much money. I really don't. And there are so many causes out there that could go ahead and use that money. I would definitely be hooking some people up. And of course, that's where I would like. Okay. Looks like I got a new notification. Okay. Confused Seal liked my tweet. Thank you, Confused Seal. I don't know who Confused Seal is, but they liked my tweet. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but I'm not sure. The Pack team, hi. Welcome. Let's go ahead and pop back into Discord. Mecha asks my favorite gun. Ooh. Ooh. My favorite gun. Now I have to go ahead and ask. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a couple different answers because this is I'm trying to go ahead and put this out there in a way that I would go ahead and put it in purpose. Favorite gun in video games. I don't use it often, but Fallout 4, the Fat Man with the Merv mod, but it's got to be the Big Boy. Oh, the Big Boy is a special Fat Man that you can get in Diamond City from the weapons dealer. And what it does is it doubles the shot. The Merv mod, what it does is it turns it from one Fat Man into 6 mini Fat Mans that it launches out and then releases over the top of. So basically you get 12, because it's doubled, mini Fat Man explosions. So it kind of carpet bombs anything that you were firing at. You have to be careful because it's very easy to blow yourself up with it. In real life, the only really experience I have is with a carbine. And it's a family gun that we keep it for home defense. It's the only gun I've ever really fired. It can use multiple different gauges of ammunition. And it can be used for hunting in a desperate pinch. So it's a utility / home defense kind of tool. I don't ever want to have to shoot at somebody personally. Because in my mind, all life is precious, and I would only go hunting with it if we were desperate and in need for food. I look at it as protection and survival. So in real life, that's how I feel that guns should be used. To defend yourselves and those you care about, and to put food on the table if you have to. Now, for play purposes in real life, I would really like to get my hands on a paintball or airsoft gun, but not anything. If there is a way to create a grenade launcher paintball or airsoft gun, I think that would be a blast. For those that don't know, for a couple years in the past, I used to go ahead and work a temp job during the Halloween months where I would be a paintball zombie at a particular farm locally. I'd dress up in protective gear, and then they'd put the zombie costume on over that, and customers would go ahead and pay to get on a kind of hay cart that would go down a track area, and on either side of the track there would be decorative sets where I would pop out from behind a tombstone or around a corner or out from a cornfield maze, trying to scare the patrons who are on the cart. At which point I would get shot up. I mean, seriously. Paintballs have this wonderful knack of finding ways in between the armor and nailing you in the neck. And when you have those coming at you at a high velocity and it's cold out and the paintballs have hardened to a certain extent, you'll get some welts. It's gonna hurt. But they're really important about safety there. But it was fun. It was a thrill to kind of just charge out at that cart. But yeah. So, but I could imagine, go ahead and getting a heavy duty grenade launcher rigged for paintball or an airsoft grenade launcher would be amazing to just go ahead and thunk, 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 thunk as into a large oncoming group of people, and just have those little rounds once they land just poof, poof, like in a cloud of paint, or in a kind of frag-like airsoft pellet spray. I think that would be just wicked fun. Of course, I would probably get laced up. People would see me with that thing and yeah, that guy needs to be taken out first. I would probably be the target of many airsoft paintball sniper rounds. Surely because people don't want me to take out 2 or 3 guys at a time with a freaking grenade launcher. Are you kidding? I would get shot at regularly. But then again, maybe I'm a little bit of a masochist because I did that zombie paintball thing where I didn't get a gun. I just got shot at. But then again, I did get a paycheck for it, so you be the judge. Which was more important, the fun and thrill of it or the paycheck? I think it's a little bit of both. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Welcome back, King Clutch. Ooh, and Godless Heathen. Your vision sounds a lot like a cross between the Achievement Hunter and the Young Turks. I guess so. I don't really watch either, so sure. That's cool. I love that people are already out there doing it, though. That's what I'm really happy about. How about your kids? Give them some money. Oh, no. The kids would get taken care of. Absolutely, Roman. If I got a large sum of money, heck, if I get any money at this point, more often than not, it goes to my kids first and foremost. Because, I mean, honestly, my kids, they mean a lot to me. And as a father, my first priority is to take care of them. So, yeah. A lot of the income that I am making goes straight to the kids, whether that be donations or anything like that. So, Bat tank. Yeah, I see it, Wolfman. Yeah. Yeah, and I know about the VR headsets that you put your phone in. Yeah. I don't know if those really are of the same quality, though, of a Vive or a Oculus Rift, though. Oh God, the go between Sandre and Dagger. Dagger said he'd probably hire me since he discovered my special ability. And Sandre's response: "What ability would that be, Dagger? To scream like a girl?" I'm going to say, if I were to hire Dagger, his reactions to certain situations would definitely play a part in the decision. Then again, I can be attributed, if anybody watched my Outlast full playthrough that I did just recently because it was a Christmas gift, I have the potential to scream like a girl too. There were a couple moments that game got me, and I still have to do the DLC, so stay tuned for that. Oh, looks like we got some new twits. Another question. Will you follow me, then unfollow me? How about this? I'll follow you. But I don't see why I would want to unfollow you, so I'll give you half credit on that. How about that? Okay. Zactor, question. You're stranded on an island, all alone, but you have the PC and the ability to play one online game. Choose one. World of Warcraft, Second Life, Roblox. Okay. I don't have a big desire to play Roblox. I don't really know much about the game. Second Life does have interesting potential. I tried looking at it a long time ago, and I don't know if that community is the best for me. because it seems like, from my experience with Second Life, it was not a good one. Because it seemed like it was just a alternate world marketplace to sell inappropriate content. That's what it looked like. World of Warcraft, I have a lot of experience with. I was a part of an amazing raiding guild. I believe it was the Wind of Hope, I think was the name. And I think their name changed a couple times too since then. But I have some really fond memories of that. So I'd have to say World of Warcraft. And someone's asking for the Discord link. So I am going to copy that, and I am going to go ahead and paste that in there. There we go. There's Discord link for you. So that's where we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Godless Heathen. Achievement Hunter is a group of people playing games. Young Terps is a group of people doing 24-hour streams with general news and such. Oh, okay. Yeah. But no, there are some really good news outputs out there. I normally watch Philip DeFranco, and he just does like Monday through Thursday, he does what the current news is, and then on Friday he goes back over people's responses to that. So because he feels it's conversation. He gives his opinion, but he wants to hear others of people's opinion too. And that way he can go ahead and respond and kind of, justify either his way he feels or accept that, maybe they have a good point. So, I mean, I love the fact that he listens to his audience and kind of makes the news more a discussion rather than just a one source throwing their opinion out into the void like you should just accept it. I think that's the biggest problem with like NBC, CBN, and Fox is they all have their specific agenda, which motivates and changes how stories get put out to the viewers. And that's why I like Philip DeFranco as my news source. But so Achievement Hunter is a group of people that play games, whereas the Young Turks handle news 24 hours. I think, yeah, I guess my idea would be marriage of both of those. But I think, what I would be looking at is each individual person would have their kind of speciality. And this would be a great way for me to also do gaming reviews. Like, example, I know Dagger likes a lot of competitive games, even though I question his CSGO prowess sometimes. I remember seeing a video of him accidentally shooting an ally when he was trying to snipe an enemy. Sorry, Dagger. Just totally outing you on that clip. But yeah, check out Dagger's channel. So I would probably want to bring someone like him in to go ahead and do those more competitive kind of gameplays. Whereas someone like Emmy, I'd bring in for the more kind of super fun kind of games. And maybe some horror games too, because I think it might be interesting to see how she would handle a horror video game. But that just might be me being evil. Dat Microwave Kid says, hello, welcome all. Let's see here, we've got some new tweets here. Okay, no questions regarding that. What is my favorite creepypasta? Asks Pugman. And also, please follow me. Sure, I don't mind. There you go, bud. Well, if I would have to go ahead and say, I'm not going to say, I don't know if it counts as a creepypasta, but there's a YouTube channel by the name of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And I feel that it kind of falls in that kind of creepypasta kind of message. And if there's a certain amount of underlying psychological, philosophical kind of tone. It's kind of a hidden message underneath that story about over commercialization, and when the companies control the message that a show puts out. I feel like when the creative image gets corrupted by over commercialization is kind of the message they put out with "Don't hug me, I'm scared." And if you watch that, keep in mind it's definitely not suitable for young viewers because it can get rather disturbing and gory at times. But I would say, as far as a creepypasta, that's probably as close as I get to one. Okay. Let's pop back over to Discord. Looking for questions. And I think it's just people arguing about... Okay. Here we go. Here's a question from Roman. What is my favorite cake? Angel food. You don't need to frost it. Just go ahead and give me a nice little slice of angel food cake, and I will be in heaven. It's been my favorite cake for the longest time. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Not a lot, because it's really sweet. But angel food cake, definitely my favorite type of cake. And Tiana asks, what's your favorite meme? Okay. Kind of a tie. The internet kid, you know, where you got that kid going, or to phrase it correctly, the guy that just logged on to what looks like an early Mac, the kid. I think that someone's identified who that actually is and the individual that was involved with that. That was a great meme. Also, another meme that's kind of resurfacing, the good old Rickroll. And if you don't know what the Rickroll meme is, just Google Rickroll, and you'll see it. Let's go ahead and get back into live chat here. Okay. Dad Microwave Kids, what games do you play on your channel? A wide range. I'll do some things like Minecraft occasionally. I'm taking a look at Terraria and Fortnite right now. There are 7 Days to Die. A lot of really good Fallout 4 content. At least a lot of people seem to enjoy the Fallout 4 content. There's going to be a major update coming to the content, and I'm looking at changing things up a little bit down the road. This Friday it should be, I'm trying to go ahead and try some new mods out. It should be interesting. Okay. Okay, Zactor asks, have you ever played my favorite Steam game, Dead by Daylight? If so, what is your opinion? I have played a healthy amount of Dead by Daylight. Towards the early part of the channel, I did stream it. I find as the killer, I have a whole hell of a lot of fun. As a survivor, I find it a very frustrating game. Often because I want my team to be perfect more so than anybody is. And sometimes I'm over demanding. And when someone does something really, really just... Those times where you have a teammate that you ask yourself, why did you do that? In what way did you think that was going to be at any point helpful? Yeah, I find that frustrates me to no end. So I kind of took a break from doing that. If I do go back to Dead by Daylight, I think I'll probably go back to doing the solo killer, where I go ahead and try to take advantage of people's moments of terror and go ahead and hook them. Put them on the good old safety hook. Because I put you there because it means you'll be safe. Yeah. Bringing back the safety hook. I think I might do that. Okay. Oh God, Rainbow Six Siege. I haven't. Hey GP, will you ever make a normal video, not like a stream? I don't know. I've kind of marketed myself as a live streamer. Maybe someday. It depends on how the channel grows and changes. So it's definitely possible. GP, if I came to your house and scared you during a stream, what would you do? Please don't, number one. Two, I'm a little concerned on how you found my place, as I don't advertise my address. And, yeah, I would probably not be happy with you at the very least. I don't know what I would do, though. I would probably forgive you. But I would probably also ask you not to do it again. I do not want to get doxxed. In other words, when I'm not streaming, I want my private time to be my private time. No offense. Okay, let's go ahead and pop back to Twitter. Second question from Pugman. Would you rather play an awesome first-person shooter that's like $60 or a good online first-person shooter that's like $30? Ooh. Me personally, I'd probably want to play the awesome first-person shooter for $50 over the online first-person shooter. Whoa. Gosh dang it, Dagger. Okay, I'm going to read this one out. You have received a gift. Jake, play this for competitive Sundays. You owe me, Dagger. So Dagger just sent me a copy of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Gosh dang it, Dagger. Yes, I'm adding it to my library. And I will consider it. Because people apparently want me to do this. And I'm not a competitive gamer by nature. But I will. If you guys want it that much and Dagger's willing to go and send it to me as a gift, I guess I'm going to have to. So it looks like I'm going to be doing Fallout Fridays and competitive Sundays, which occasionally will be Rainbow Six Siege. Dagger's like, I'm back. What did I miss? You know exactly what you missed, Dagger. All right. I'm going to go ahead and answer a question from Discord next. This one is from Tiana. If you can be anywhere in the world, where would you be? If I could be anywhere in the world, where would I be? That's a problem because honestly, I want to be near my computer because that is my comfort zone. I'm a bit of a shut-in. I'm a bit of an introvert. So much so that, you know, if you were to take me to like an overly crowded Costco or mall, it would literally cause my anxiety to trigger just a bit. That's why as much as I would love to go ahead and meet you guys all at a convention, I kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I could handle huge crowds. It's just personal insecurities. They're always going to be there. There are always going to be little demons in the back of my head, but it's something I'm going to have to deal with. So I probably want to be a place where I would still have access to a quiet little place where I could go and game and stream from. But I'd also want to have friends, family, and the people I care about close. Because right now, I have family here in Washington, but my kids are in Missouri. And I can't say I would rather be here or there because I'd rather be both. And that's the problem. So, there is that. I want to be able to be where I can go ahead and continue to do what I do and enjoy doing it. But I also want to be close to those that are important to me. I know that's not a best answer, but it's the best answer I got for you, Tiana. Okay. GP, what is your favorite game to play? Right now, that's still Fallout 4. That is currently my fave. That Microwave Kit, have you ever played Team Fortress 2? No. I did play the original Team Fortress, but I never played Team Fortress 2. It definitely looks like a fun game. I might play it someday. Who knows? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pull another question from the Discord. If you can talk to anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why? Ooh. That is a tough question. So I'm going to assume if I can talk to anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why? See, now my mind is reeling here because if there is no language barrier, like if I could talk to them and there's equal understanding no matter if we speak different languages or something, things like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, the major philosophers that I love and respect so much for kind of opening the mind. And then there's the Renaissance man, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Da Vinci, that I would love to sit down and ask for what inspired them, what led them to be. Picasso. God, to go ahead and talk to him about how much his art is appreciated, even though he never got to see it while he was alive. I'm sorry. I don't think I can go ahead and narrow it down. There are too many brilliant, inspirational people out there. And not just guys. I mean, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with Joan of Arc. I mean, to have someone that had such a deep connection to the divine that allowed her to motivate the French to rally, it amazes me. So, I mean, there are just too many historical figures that I would love to meet and talk with and examine how they really saw the world. Because the thing about history is those who win the wars choose how history is written. And often we have a way of romanticizing history too. The only way I think we could truly understand how things really were in a specific moment in time is if we could really be there. Everything else is guesswork. I mean, we didn't think dinosaurs originally had feathers until we found fossils that had dinosaurs with feathers in the fossil. And most of the time, the feathers degraded before the fossil became a fossil. So, for a long time, the connection between dinosaurs and birds just didn't happen. So, giant lizards, and even earlier, in ancient history, in the Dark Ages, when we were finding these dinosaur bones, these huge dinosaur bones, I'm pretty sure that's where the myths and legends of dragons came from. Someone comes across a giant T-Rex skeleton when they're digging up the foundation for a castle, and what do you think they're going to think of? So, and as we learn and investigate more, we find where our history has been flawed, and we've had to correct those educated guesswork to something that is more accurate. So, I don't think I can name one dead person, because I literally would want to pick apart and examine all of the brilliant and unique minds throughout history to better understand how things really were rather than how we think it was. So that's a really, really hard question. But if I were to pick someone alive, someone that I could talk to right now, there would be a few people that I would like to. I would love to sit down with Elon Musk. I would love to do that. Because that would be amazing. Not because he has a lot of money, but because he's actually, the number one private citizen that has the most chance of getting us to Mars, which I think is an amazing step for the human race to be a multi-planet race rather than a solo planet race. I think that he's absolutely right. If we can become a multi-planet species, it greatly increases the chance of human survival as a whole. Because one planet's easy to go ahead and eventually get wiped out by some random coincidence, whereas multiple planets, then the likelihood of humanity disappearing from the face of existence becomes so extremely small in comparison. But enough of that. I think I've probably over-answered that question. Let's go ahead and get back in here. Okay. Okay. No, unfortunately, not for free. King Clutch. That Microwave Kid asks, how do you record your streams and videos? OBS. Free program. You can download it online. It's great for recording. It's great for streaming. It's great for doing both. Another program, if you want to look at it, is XSplit. I don't personally use XSplit or like it. Because I'm familiar with OBS and it was just easy for OBS to work for me. I looked at XSplit and it had a few bugs in it that I just didn't like to deal with, and it was kind of hard sometimes to upload to YouTube, and I just didn't want to deal with it. Okay. Oh, Dagger, stop spreading misinformation. I have never played Barbie in my life. My God, that would be an interesting game, though, to stream if there was like a Barbie video game. Like Barbie Malibu Beach House Simulator or something like that. I'm sure there's something like that out there. But, yeah, that would... I don't foresee that ever being on my channel, but I mean, I suppose if there was someone out there that really wanted to sponsor a vid just to have it happen, I might say yes. Okay. Okay. Like Socrates in the Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. Oh boy. Wow. That's a good point. Let's go ahead. How did I meet M? Oh, that's a good question. M is a friend that I was way back when. Way back when. I was on a Gmod server. I was a newspaper, hiding under another newspaper. And I think it was like a little squirt bottle or a soda can running across my screen as M was trying to escape the hunters because we were playing prop hunt. And I heard her voice. And the first time I heard her voice, I'm like, wow, that's a really good voice modulator to make a dude sound like a chick. Yeah. So I made the assumption that Emmy was a dude who was using a voice modulator to pretend to be a gamer girl. Because come on, we know there are guys out there that do that. And I mean, I was much younger at the time, and I was the guy that's like, gamer girls don't happen. It's too rare, and they would never use a voice chat because they're all shy. But no, not M. Not M. I quickly found out that she was in fact a girl. I still feel bad about making that assumption. I still occasionally make that assumption today. My last Don't Starve Together stream, I made that assumption about a viewer of mine. That was by Amoxicil Psychosis. I figured with that name that they were probably a dude. I was once again wrong when they joined me in a live stream and I heard them in voice chat. Moxie is definitely a girl. Twice I've assumed someone that was female was male because I'm a baddie. Please forgive me, ladies. I'm so used to ending up playing with dudes that I assumed that... Okay, I know a lot of dudes that play female characters and roleplay female characters. I'm not going to name names. I can see the justification for my World of Warcraft days where they liked, because World of Warcraft is third person, they like seeing a female character walking where they're guiding them. I can understand that logic. So yeah. So I apologize. That is my own personal experience causing those false assumptions. The only thing I can do about it is apologize and try to go ahead and not make that mistake again in the future. Okay. Okay. I will try out Rainbow Six, but I think I'm going to save it for this Sunday. If you were born with superpowers, what would you have? There are some that are very tempting. Immortality. I don't need to be like super healy or super regenerating or anything like that, but the ability to maintain my existence for an indefinite period of time would be tempting, because I would love to see what becomes of humanity ways down the road. If there's any way that I can go ahead and help people throughout existence and continue to try to be a force for positive change in the world. Yes, I know everyone I love would eventually die, and I would be willing to bear that burden if I can help not just the ones I love, but their children and their children's children, and help the world as a whole be a better place. I would be willing to deal with the heartache if it meant that I could be a force for the collective good for everyone. So that would be a tempting one. Yeah, I know it's a little tragic, but, you know, I've always been the one to go ahead and sacrifice a little bit of myself if it means helping others. Another one that I think would be tempting is an astonishing intellect. To know ways to be able to solve some of the world's most complex problems. Ways to make things easier for everyone. And motivate, you know, knowledge and charisma. If you've seen some of my Fallout 4 gameplay, 2 stats I kind of crank out pretty quick is intelligence and charisma. Because being knowledgeable, to be able to go ahead and understand a situation and put the odds in your favor, and being able to motivate people into finding a better way to coexist with others, I think would be amazing. Because then you not only have the knowledge on how to solve problems, but you're able to convince and motivate people to move towards those solutions that can help them achieve a better life. I think that is truly knowledge, charismatic personality, and immortality. Those would be like the trifecta of what I think would be an amazing superpower pack. I don't need telekinesis. I don't need flight. I don't need any like super out there power. But if I could survive an unlimited existence, have a brilliant intellect and a decent charismatic presence, that I could go ahead and help motivate people to make the world a better place and know the right solution to most of the world's problems, I'd be set. I'd be set because there would be no end to the good that I could do. Now, of course, if something happened and my nature got perversed, say if there was an anti-me, if there was a villainous version of me, like an evil twin, now that would be like a terrible thing to deal with, because then I would have an unending battling conflict with something that would not want to do good but evil in the world, and that would be a tough challenge. The thing that makes good superheroes in comics often is the villains they go against. So, I mean, look at it this way. Where would Batman be without the Joker? Or the Penguin? Or Two-Face? He'd just be some rich guy beating up thugs and purse snatchers. Not as entertaining of a story. Okay. Questions keep on running in. But what if the world ended? Well, hopefully by then I would have gotten a good chunk of humanity off the world. And we'd be on other worlds. X6, giving yourself the power to give yourself other powers is kind of cheating. I think that doesn't go ahead and fit the nature of the game. Okay. You should watch the Anti-Boy trilogy. I'll take that under advisement. Okay. So, Logan Grimes just popped in the stream, and I think we're going to wrap up this Ask Me Anything. We've been going for 2 hours now. And I think this is going to be the final question of the stream. Logan Grimes asks, what happened to your tooth? As you may notice, I have kind of a missing tooth. It is a front tooth. It is a childhood accident that happened. When I was a young gent, I was active and rambunctious, and I liked my bicycle a lot. And there was a kid down the street that was really proud of how fast his little remote control car could go ahead and race down, so I challenged him to a race. Silly me. He started cooking circles in the middle of the street, and I was racing on my bike. Now, of course, young me doesn't understand RC kart has lower center of gravity, therefore it can make tighter turns than a kid on a bike. So I started going ahead and getting to making tighter turns, and as I was doing it, my bike leaned more and more in. And eventually, I spun out. And my face connected with a curb. Thankfully, I was wearing a helmet. Yay for not having worse damage, but it chipped my front tooth. And throughout my life as I aged, the repair work that I had on the tooth would fall out or wear away or so on and so forth. Eventually, the tooth just started disappearing more and more as I have to keep on going to dentists to try to get it fixed. I tell you, I've probably spent more than $3,000 over the course of my life just trying to go ahead and get it fixed. Eventually, the root went bad and the tooth died, and the only recourse was to go ahead and have the tooth pulled. And now I have this little temporary flipper that I can put in my mouth that makes a false tooth fit in that place. But I've never been one to be upset about my own personal appearance. I'm not vain. I understand that it would be more professional and I would have a more charismatic smile if I wore it. But again, that's not really me. I'm not about falsehoods. I want to keep things real. So if you'll watch some of my very early streams, I did wear it. But I haven't in a long time. And plus, the thing is bloody uncomfortable. Putting a piece of artificial plastic and metal in your mouth just to go ahead and make it appear like you have something that you've lost a long time ago. I'm not big on that. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to go and do, I think we're going to go ahead and close down the AMA now. But since you guys tuned in, I think I'm going to play a round of Fortnite 50 vs 50 for you to kind of close out the stream. So I invite you guys, go ahead, hang out for a little bit. Thank you so much again for getting us to 1,500 subscribers. Yes, I said us because this isn't about me. It's about everyone. And you guys are all amazing. So let's go ahead and flip over and get some gaming in here because, come on guys, that's what you guys really come for, right? To watch me go ahead and fail at kicking butt, right? All right. I'm not going to be going with a team or anything on this. I'm going to go and solo in. And let's see how well I can do. So let's go ahead and first get my lovely mug out of the way so we can get this in here. Oh, that looks about right. We'll launch some Fortnite in here and get this going. Should take just a moment to get set up. And then after we go ahead and get a match through, we'll go ahead and close the stream down. Unless it's a really short match, then I'll go ahead and put 2 in for you. Come on, Fortnite. Load faster so I can go ahead and get you on the screen for the lovely people. All right. Here we go. Fortnite. Butterboom. Okay. There we go. All right. And we're going to do 50 versus 50. I'm going to go ahead. Again, as I said, I'm soloing it. And here we go. Now, while we're getting into Q, I'll answer a couple more questions since people want to go ahead and keep on asking. Any thoughts on a green screen? That's something that maybe down the road I could look into. But again, when you're using a green screen, you can't go ahead and wear anything of that color. You can't also have anything that's overly reflective or shiny, like this silver from this can would go ahead and pick up like it's a green screen as well. So you have to be very careful about that. So maybe someday, but I don't see myself doing that. Again, I don't know how I feel about that. That's something I have to think on. Spy the Gamer, GP, will you ever return to Astroneer? Maybe someday. I want to see how they go ahead and evolve and change that game. So when there's a lot of change, I will come back to it. It's a lot like how I feel about Subnautica. I want to see how that game evolves and grows, and I'll definitely come back here. So here we go, folks. And I'm going to go ahead and move the camera a little bit real quick here, because I realize you guys can't see my health bar or anything. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and use my tactic that I refer to as fringe hunting. And basically, a lot of my team's going to end up going into big areas where there is a lot of people. But I kind of like backdooring large teams. If I can get lucky, the gamble will pay off and I'll be able to take out multiple people. If I get unlucky, I'll be ganged up by multiple people and get my butt handed to me. So it's kind of guerrilla warfare. I look at coming up behind the enemy and see how many I can take out before they know I'm there. Well, then I'm definitely going to have to revisit if a huge update came out. Hamster face? I have no idea what a hamster face is. So I've gone off the beaten trail. I've come out to where there is a solo house. Now, if I'm lucky, there'll be some good loot in here. If I'm unlucky, there probably could be next to nothing in here. All right. Okay. Looks like my luck is paying off to a certain degree. No, no. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Okay, this is a good starting loadout. I've got some ground to cover, though. So this is what I like about fringe hunting. I usually can go ahead and get some decent loot to start with. And allows me to prep for going in. And this is the boogie grenade. It is hilarious. Nailing somebody with the boogie grenade does no damage. Ooh. I want you. Alright. Hopefully I'll be able to show a boogie grenade in use. But again, right now I'm putting myself at an incredible amount of risk because, again, there are 33 players on this map that would love to pick up a guy that's just running around by his lonesome. Because I'm not in a squad, I can't rely on voice chat too much. because I have no one in my squad that's listening to me. But because this is still a team game, as it is a 50 versus 50, I still have access to my team members who can res me. Oh, I got some smoke grenades too. Stellar! What I'd like to do, though, eventually, is maybe get a solid Fortnite team together that all are competent enough that everyone can go ahead and go their own way like I am, in a lone wolf fashion. Okay. That way we can all get super geared up and then meet up at a key point in the center. That way if one or two of us go down, the overall team that does make it to the place at the end would be kick butt. And I gotta run. Oh boy. There it is. It's closing in on me now. Because look at how much gear I've gotten. I don't have any healing items. That's the downside right now. But I have 5 smoke grenades. I've got a boogie bomb. I've got a nice shotgun, a nice assault rifle, and a decent pistol. A really decent machine pistol. But I've got to keep my ears open. Shh. Quiet, baby. One of the fans has a bearing that's going bad in my computer, so occasionally it creates a slight rattle. One of these days I'm going to go ahead and take Black Beauty in for some repair work, get that fan replaced. Release the bearing. Oh. Oh, shoot. Okay. Don't like making that choice, but I think that's the best choice I can make in that situation. The boogie bomb can land me several kills, if done right. Is it just the two of them? Okay. Okay. See, this is what I mean by backdooring people. They don't know I'm here. And that's it. I missed the boogie bomb. And I took out his teammate. Okay. I think we squeeze in one more. Yeah, I know. I should have been building defense there. Again, I am not a pro Fortniter. I have some good ideas, but I'm not pro. So take my advice with a grain of salt. Yeah. I was able to get one kill before I got downed. The thing is, they split up and the shotgun guy turned around. They checked behind them. Most people don't think to look behind them. So my backdoor play got discovered too soon. On top of that, I missed my boogie bomb. I took too much damage to the first guy. If I nailed with the boogie bomb, then he would have been stuck dancing and I would have been able to clean him out. The problem is if I do the boogie bomb too close to myself, I start dancing too, and then its effect is null and void. So here we go. And we did start at a disadvantage last time. It looks like that's going to be the case this time too, where my team has 47 versus a full 50. Okay. But you saw how I could get plenty of loot doing my fringe play. And I think we're going to try that again. I don't know if I can make it all the way there. I mean all the way here. But I can go ahead and try. This means you do spend a lot of time in the air. So you do get a lot of distance from players. And you can end up screwing yourself pretty hard doing fringe play like this. Meaning that you'll go ahead and end up having the circle be like on the opposite end of the map. So you have to be mindful about where the circle is, because you can end up with a lot of ground that you need to cover. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it all the way to the second section of house there. I think I will go ahead and make it to those houses. Yeah, there are people landing in here. And I'm seeing people land that aren't registering as allies. So I need to make this very quick. That's not good. That'll take. That's not good. Give me a weapon. Okay. Not hearing a chest up there, so I'm going to nix out of searching that in hopes that... Yes. Ooh, this is going to be rough. I'm not going to be as lucky with the loot this time, it seems. But the circle is much nicer to me this time around. So now I can afford to go ahead and go up here. Now that I know that I've gotten the chest in the other place. See if there's anything up here worth grabbing. There is. Now we know that there are hostiles in there, and we're going to need to go ahead and move to there. So I think I'm going to pick that as my next location. Avoid the confrontation head on. There are two main tactics that people go and hail to in Fortnite, from what I understand. There is the Raging Rhino and the Lounging Lion. The Raging Rhino is the player that grabs just enough gear that they think they can down someone, and then they will chase after enemy players, trying to kill as many as they can as fast as possible. The Lounging Lion is more of the guy that goes ahead and stockpile loot and carefully picks engagements, hoping to go ahead and always go for a favorable engagement so they can survive and win. And then there's the cowardly hyena. That's the guy that will avoid every last fight, no matter what, and literally just survives. They don't fight, they just literally run away from combat whenever they can. I'm not going to be a scavenger, I'm not going to be a hyena. A lounging lion, maybe. Occasionally, I'll pull a raging rhino. But the cowardly hyena, I'm not. Okay. Not seeing any allies, which is not a good sign. I'm hearing chests, which is a great sign, though. That means this place hasn't been looted yet. No self-respecting player is going to leave a chest behind. More grenades. Suppose that'll be good. Don't much care for frag grenades, though. Let's check the roof. Ooh, a shoddy. I will take that. Oh. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna down this. I'm gonna take this. How much ammo do I have for you? Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this loadout. I have no allies around me. I do know I have enemies around me. Okay, no ammo up here. And right now I'm in a position that has my self revealed a little too much. Yep. Oh crap. Worst time to go and do that. God dang it, I couldn't get cover. Shoot. I knew that I was surrounded by enemies, but I wasn't able to stay hidden. Going to that tower was a mistake. Well, dang. We'll try one more time. Last attempt, folks. This is the gamble that I do with doing the fringe play. If you drop with a large group of people, you have like a 50-50 chance that you're going to have allies with you. Relatively, statistically. So if you fight as a group, you can gang up on individuals and pick them off if you can work as a team. That's how you need to play 50-50. Don't be like me. Don't try to play fringe play because it is hard. Because more often than not, you are going to be soloing 3 to 5 to 10 people at a time. As you can tell, I ran out of building materials. I couldn't throw up a wall. I tried to duck into a building. I probably would have had better luck if I had turned and fought. Because I had the boogie grenade. If I dropped the boogie grenade, I could have possibly gotten several kills out of that. But I panicked. Again, a sign that I'm not a pro player. Okay. Where do I want to fringe it? I think I'm going to fringe it right here. This won't be as harsh of a fringe, so I'm likely to go ahead and get a lot of people dropping right on me. Oh, that is not what I wanted. There are several houses. In fact, people will go for fatal fields first. But what they don't know is these houses behind fatal fields have really good loot if it's just you. I wouldn't suggest doing fringe play for squads unless you're planning on everybody in your squad hitting like a different location and getting looted up. Because if you all go to the same spot, there's usually not enough loot to fully kit out a full team. You need the bigger towns for that. Okay, there's a chest right in there. I'll go ahead and drop. Loot. Drop. Oh! Whoops. Not exactly lucky, but it'll do. Ooh, sweet trap. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a trap kill with... Ooh, I'm in the circle? Super lucky. Okay. Don't want to be where I'm easily visible. Don't stand in windows, kids. Okay. If this is the case, I'm going to go ahead and hit the bridge next. But if you get real good at knowing where there are small loot caches outside of town, you can go ahead and get really good at getting kitted up real quick. But keep in mind, a lot of these loot spawns are not guaranteed. A lot of them are random. Like example, that chest isn't always there. Ooh, I want this instead of that. This for that. This for that. Reset that. There we go. So I have a first aid kit. I have twice as much shield as I need. I'm in the circle. I don't know where the next circle is going to fall, but I have... Thought I heard footsteps. I'm just going to chill here for now. Don't want to risk someone sneaking up on me. I got a nice starting kit here. I don't want to go ahead and get too aggressive like I did last couple of times and risk it. I need to know where the next circle forms because that should affect where I should hit next, because I don't need more gear at this point. At this point I need to be isolating the enemy and taking them out. And knowing where they're heading is going to go ahead and be my advantage. I likely don't have a lot of people around me. There's probably tons of people in Flush Factory and Fatal Fields, since that's where the bus came through. Anybody that went to these outer colonies will be moving in, so I just need to be in this circle. Need to know where the next circle lands. Once I know that, I can make a play as to where I think people will be gathering and use that intelligence to try to go ahead and head people off at the hat on the pass. Wow. I don't know when I'm going to be doing the next Terraria stream. I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to work in. Person at 15. I'm afraid that is a mushroom, sir. Yes, that is a mushroom. Not a person. So thank you for keeping an eye. No, you should sleep. I need to sleep. After this run, I will be going ahead and going to bed. That way I'll have some energy for when I do my stream at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time later tonight. Will I ever play Starbound? I played it a long time ago. But with all of the stuff I got on my schedule, I don't think there's a place for me to really work it in. I will go ahead and do more Terraria. I just don't know when I'm going to work it in. And maybe something where I go ahead and work Terraria in... Maybe I'll do Terraria on Wednesdays. Maybe I'll do it tonight instead of my normal Minecraft stream. Let me think about it. I did play the Star Wars Lego movie game, but the controls are built so much for a controller, it's hard to get it to work well on PC. I even streamed it because it was a sponsored video by one of my early viewers. They got the game for me and everything. But without a controller, it just doesn't play well. Okay, I know where the next circle is. Okay, so everybody that's in Flush Factory and Fatal Fields will be moving towards the circle now. So now, I just need to go ahead and cut them off. Dang. No one hit here either? Nope, no one hit here either. My God. See, this is the thing about Fringe play. You will so often find that no one hits these quality locations. Thus, leaving you a premium choice is for loot and ammo. I mean, I have a purple scar, and I have 102 ammo. The only problem is, I'm by myself, which means I can easily get picked off. But as long as I have the shield wall at my back, there's probably no one behind me. And everyone's going to be moving towards the circle now. As long as I don't have anybody lagging really far behind, I shouldn't have enemies behind me at this point. But if I do, they likely have the high ground. So I'm going to have to be very careful to try not to get sniped like I did in the past. But because I have a purple scar, I'll have less RNG when it comes to my shots, so I'll have better accuracy. The hell? Someone building a crazy sky bridge for some reason? If it squared off at the top, I would be wondering if they have a meme pad on the top of it. And they built a base too. Huh. Crazy kooks. Don't build a base that early. Just waste resources that way. Somebody's up there. Probably not anymore. They probably have already gotten down. Oh, sweet teammates. Gotta watch behind me. High likelihood of people coming in at the last minute. I want to make sure I don't get caught off guard when they roll in. Okay. It's clear. Last thing you want to do is get shot in the back. I proved how easy it is to go ahead and backdoor someone. But now that I'm with a major team and I'm geared out well enough, I can really contribute to the overall fight. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh. I lost 2 hit points. I could have planned that better. Oh, they're waiting for... Yeah, they can have the ammo. Not like I need it. They were waiting for that last person to run in at the end. Alright, I hear a party! Okay, that's teammate. It looks like they eliminated that guy. Oh, I seriously doubt that that's our base. That's not good. I don't have any explosives to deal with that. Yep. I don't have a sniper rifle to deal with it either. But tagged you. Oh, I burned through way too much. Way too much ammo doing that firefight. But I think it got them to abandon it. God damn it. Keep moving. Alright, that's how you take care of business. See what can we finagle over here. There we go. I almost went down there in the end, but there we go. Alright. Thank you so much for everyone for joining me for the AMA, followed by a little Fortnite afterwards. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Later tonight, 7 p.m., I'll be doing another live stream. As always, stay frosty, and I'll see you next time.